What's going on guys, Casual Savage here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to create Hollywood film looks in Vegas Pro 15. So here we are in Vegas Pro 15, and this is the clip I will be editing to make it look a lot better in terms of film looks. So you can tell already the way this is looking is very flat in terms of colours. So the first thing to make anything look cinematic is black bars. So come to the pan and crop on your clip. From there, only have a size about center highlighted and simply come to the middle until you see an arrow going up and down and simply drag it up. Now as you can see, black bars are appearing. Now it's completely optional how you have these. I'm just going to leave mine just about here. So now getting on to some video effects. So from the video effects tab, we're going to come to brightness and contrast. We're going to drag and drop on the default. Now just something to mention while I'm here going through all these video effects. My video effects won't be the same as yours. However, all the effects I'm going to be showing you will work for you. So for brightness and contrast, my brightness is already pretty good, but what I want to do is up the contrast. So I'm going to go up by 2 stops, just like that. Now the way I done that, I left clicked on this dot here and then I use the mouse wheel. So if I take off the brightness and contrast, that's before, that's after. Now you can see everything straight away is a lot more vibrant and it looks a lot more better to look at. Now the next thing I'm going to be doing is coming over to color curves, and again I'm dragging on the default. You may benefit from the ones that are already set up. For example, night, if you want a nighttime scene that was shot in daylight, that's really useful. But for me, I'm going to be adding on the default onto my clip. Now nothing's happened just yet, completely normal. What I'm going to do is drag this one just like this, then I'm going to drag this one a little bit more down. So you can see this is now what we currently have. So without color curves, with color curves. So it just darkens it a bit more and it really gives more detail to the sky, because you can see it's kind of overexposed there, but with the curves it shows it a lot more. And the next thing we're going to be adding on is color corrector. Now again, if you benefit from anything you already see here, you can try it, but for me I'm going to be adding on the default and making my own settings. So for the lows, I'm going to aim a bit towards the yellow, just like this. For the mids, I'm going to aim a bit in between the red, orange and yellow. And then for the high, I'm going to be aiming more towards of the red. And there we go. Saturation down here, you can adjust this if you would like. Me personally, I don't need to in this case. I think everything's pretty good, the vibrance is good, and I don't need to go any higher than it already is. So if I take off color corrector, this is before and this is after. So you can see it gives us that yellow look like it is Hollywood. Now the next effect I'm going to be adding is actually a very strong effect, and this effect is known as Sharpen. So right here, I'm going to add on the light onto my clip. And this one I do not recommend you go too high. Although it does make your clip say look really good and crisp clear, it also can ruin it. So if I bring this up, that's a bit over exaggerated, but if I bring it up to about here, you can see all the outlining is super sharp. Although it might look good, it might look overly done, if that makes sense. So for me, I'm just going to stay between 0.2. So a way you can see the difference, if you look at these bars here, and then if I take it off, that's before, that's after. You can see it just sharpens up the edges. Now the next thing I'm going to be adding on is a vignette. Now Vegas Pro 15 does have vignette built in. However, I don't really like using it. I'm using soft contrast because this is the same way I've been doing it since Vegas Pro 11. So I'm used to doing it this way. I'm going to add on a warm vignette and to my clip. It's ruined our video. That's completely normal. What we're going to be doing first of all, where the effect tab is, we're going to turn everything to 0. Now we can come over to the vignette. Now from here, the strength I recommend just about 50. Now it depends how sharp or how dark you want your edges, so that's completely optional. But then what I'm going to be doing, where it says width and height, I'm going to bring them all the way up. That's because I don't want it to be showing too much on screen. I prefer my main subject, which of course is me in this video, to be the main purpose of the viewers watching, not watching the edges of the screen. I'm also then going to turn down the corner radius, and now this is how I am going to have it. So if I come over to the effects, this is without soft contrast, and this is with it. So you can see just the edges there. There is a difference. Now there's one more thing I recommend to add, but this thing should really be done while you're at the shoot. So if it is something that you are filming yourself with a camera, and this is white balance, so very important. Dragging and dropping this onto my clip, and you can see it says select white color. So I'm going to select this, and what I'm actually going to do is select the lightest part of my bag right here. So you can see this is now what we get. I'm then going to turn down the correction a little bit so we can still have that yellow tint, but that's what we get. So this is without, this is with. But that is it then completed. Now to me it does look a lot more cinematic than before instead of just a flat image. And if I just come to a scene here, so right now what I'm going to be doing is showing you the before and after effects with every single effect. So you can see split screen view here, very useful for those that don't know. I'm going to select it. As you can see, this is the difference. So what you're seeing on the left is the raw footage, and what you're seeing on the right is the after all the effects. So it's really nice. You can see a huge difference right there. And this part in particular, you can definitely see the difference. So just look at the trees, look at these green fences, look at the floor on this raw footage. And of course, look at my hoodie here, the blue, the grey, not very vibrant. Then we come over to this side, everything looks a lot more vibrant, a lot more cinematic. You can see even the shadows on my hoodie look a lot better, and also on the back. So I'm playing it for you now. It's not in the best quality because otherwise it will lag, but you can see definitely how the effects work and how much better this actually looks. Now the video you saw at the start is this exact video I have just created, so you get to know how it looks in full HD. But that's how simple it is to create Hollywood effects in Vegas Pro 15.